What's up YouTube, Capital G here, got an excellent couple of duels for you guys to check out. Looks like we have Altergeist at the top, a deck that truly needs no explanations. This is such a fantastic hand for going second. Not only do you have Nibiru if you're playing against the combo decks, it can be a blowout, but you got Ash Blossom and Impermanence, and best of all, even if you don't need the Nibiru, if you're playing against like Guru Control or Sky Striker, you opened with Faker plus Impermanence, and it doesn't get any better than that as an Altergeist player. That is a very deadly combo. Pull the Miluseek out of your deck and poke your opponent, get a card off, and get searching. Basically, it's just like a win condition for the deck. Anyways, he's going to be taking on a very spicy build of Vendreads. I would have to say, objectively, everybody knows I'm biased towards Altergeist, but objectively, I would say Altergeist are favored in this duel. And keep in mind, it is 2 out of 3. This hand is also like phenomenal. I mean, this is a +1, this is a +1, and this is a +1. So when half of the cards in your hand are like pluses, you're looking pretty damn good, and there's no conflictions because only one of the cards draws. But he is going to get Ash there, so that's unfortunate. Pre-prep is going to be used. He is going to go ahead and go for that incantation. That would be 2 monsters that have been special summoned, so just keeping track for Nibiru. He is going to go for the Slayer. That is 3 monsters. This could get dangerous, and I believe he actually is going to summon the the Battle Lord, and this is actually a very important play in this duel. Even though the Vendread player doesn't know it, he is now on his 4th summon. This means that he is now kind of in the danger zone for Nibiru to be dropped on him. He doesn't know that his opponent has Nibiru, but just saying, he is going to activate this guy's effect, and we know that this card is basically like watered down Shockmaster. It can stop monster effects for the remainder of the turn. His opponent will respond with the Impermanence, and obviously that does threaten the copy of Multi-Faker. Once again, he doesn't know he has Multi-Faker. He's just instinctively using his Solaris, just saying, I guess, hey, if this guy wants monster effects turned on, does he have something spicy in his hand? Maybe he has the, I don't know, maybe he has like Phantasme or Nibiru, something that, you know, I could run into and that could hurt me. So he is going to get that out of the way. Now for the 5th summon, and keep in mind Nibiru cannot be summoned now because monster effects are turned off. He's going to drop another incantation, get another surge, and he's dropping my man the Lord of Red. I love that card, dude. Joey in the Red Eye suit. It doesn't get any better than that. I think he will finally end by dropping Slayer for like the 2nd time in the turn. It wasn't a bad play, I have to say. Now his opponent is going to summon Mary here. That will fetch him a trap, but the problem is when an effect is activated, yeah, your boy Lord of Red can just blow up a card on the field. This means Mary can get the trap, but he can simply blow the Mary up. So at least he's kind of forced to get, I would probably say, the protocol there, but doesn't even matter. He can just pop these cards during the end phase, and now you don't even get to resolve the cards. Now he's kind of stuck, hoping that his opponent will summon 5 more times, and I don't know, maybe he'll summon 5 more times. That's 1 time. Let's see if he gets to that magic number. That's 2. Will he actually set himself up for an RTK or RKO? That is 3 times, but once again he says no, Cap G, I'm not gonna play myself. I'm locking this guy out of monster effects again, and I think he's gonna summon Slayer from his graveyard so he gets to draw with Vampire Sucker, and that is an OTK. Playing around Nibiru 2 times in a row. I'm definitely liking this guy. He's got some 6th sense or something. I don't know. Maybe he has ESP like Esperoba during Battle City. Anyway, 2nd duel. Altergeist opted to go first, and he basically has the win condition here. Anti-spell fragrance against ritual decks, forget about it. You flip it over, they can't really just do anything in their 1st turn. Basically, their turns are incredibly slow because it takes them like 2 turns to ritual summon. They got to set a card for like a full turn. At that point, you can probably just, you know, throw some disruption. Plus, this deck has Sequidius. You can bounce the cards back to their hand. It's like they can never really get them to resolve. He is going to see personal spoofing. Taking extravagance would have been way too slow, so getting spoofing is the right play because it gets you to Multi-Faker, and Multi-Faker plus anti-spell, basically a win condition. His opponent's going to start with that Solemn Strike, but boom, gets hit with Red Reboot. The scariest card in the entire game, if you are an Altergeist player, is Red Reboot. It is not things like Denko Sekka, because against Denko Sekka, You can still use cards like Effect Veiler against it. With Red Reboot, it's basically like you either have Solemn Judgment already on the field or you basically just lose. Now, I mean, there is always hope when you get Red Rebooted playing Altergeist that maybe your opponent won't be able to kill you, but I don't know, man. He is going to go for that Slayer. He drops the Battle Lord, and I guess he just wants to lock out monster effects in case. Once again, he would have something like Nibiru or he would have like Phantasme, but I don't think that he has either one of those cards. It looks like he has a Conqueror in his hand that he cannot summon because he doesn't have any Altergeist cards. And even if he did, it wouldn't matter because he's locked out of monster effects anyway. So he's going to drop the Battle Lord once again. He's going to pop the Solemn Judgment. And this was spicy. He's going to go for the Odd Eyes Gravity Dragon. He's going to bounce all of them trap cards. And I think it's time to do some damage. So he'll attack for 16. He'll attack for 27. And that is a wrap. By the way, even if he didn't have enough damage there to do lethal, and the reason that it was game is because, you know, he paid 1,500 life points for the Solemn Strike, but let's just say that he didn't use the Solemn Strike, he still would have been like put close in the danger zone. And the Odd Eyes Gravity Dragon does make your opponent pay 500 life points to activate any cards and effects. So even if he would have resolved the personal spoofing into like multi-faker, I don't know the math off the top of my head, I'm not certain that he would have been able to like resolve any more effects after that, because he would have had to pay so many life points at that point. It's basically like Red Eyes Flare Dragon. Yeah, kind of that card where if you're low on life points, it just kind of makes it so you can only activate maybe 1 or 2 more cards in the rest of the duel. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed those duels. Actually, let's pause for 1 quick second and check out this deck. Alright, this is what the deck looks like on paper, and when you kind of look at it, it's easy to see how you get so many pluses out of these builds. This is one of the things that Necrons don't have access to. Necrons can't run the pre-preparation of rites, but you know, obviously like Vendread can, because you can search Slayer and then you can also search the Origin. That's the reason why your Slayer is not ran at 3 in this build, because it is a little easier searched by the preparation of rites, and then preparation of rites and pre-preparation of rites, excuse me. But you also have like the incantations, and I just love the way that rituals can go plus so easily. I mean, think about it. Incantations are basically like a lot of times they're +2s, and then you have like extravagance, that's a +1. You have pre-preparation of rites, which is another plus. And I mean, I'm seeing a whole lot of power in this build. I think that you know, even some of the ratios, like at first I thought like, why not run 3 copies of extravagance? But we know in a build like this that kind of wants to turbo, basically you only are looking to resolve the card 1 time, so you never really want to see 2 extravagant, and that's why I'm guessing you run something like an extra foolish burial. There are no traps in this build. Rituals really don't run traps. They only run like impermanent sometime, so it kind of does make sense to run some other cards, considering that so many of these cards are hard once per turns. But I definitely think that it is a very interesting build, and you know, not too much to say about the extra deck. It's an extravagance extra deck, so a lot of the cards are ran at multiples, but good to see the ritual players definitely hanging